Grihabhyasah. Homework. Given here. So, did you also go through this one? This homework, this exercise here. Tvantarupam, lepantarupam, upayujya, etani vakyani likhatu. Did you go through these sentences? Neela Bhagini?
Yes.
Mahodaya.
Yeah, these are simple. I looked at the homework you sent yesterday, all of you. Yeah, most of them are good. This is one of them. Pantah vanam vishtva simhan pashyati, which is good. Pratah kale prakshalya Sanskrita patham smarami. Pratah kale prakshalya. Kim prakshalya? Mukham prakshalya.
I should have defined a mukham. Actually,
Yeah, it is better. It's not mandatory, but.
okay.
अश्रूणि बालकस्य नेत्राभ्यां पतित्वा माता क्षीरं ददाति. No, the next one also. Devi Navaratrayah agatya janaha devalayam gachanti vayam upaharam khaditva chalanachitram apashyama. Fifth one is correct. In adhyapaka sanganakam drishtva krudhyati.
Oh, yeah.
Krudhyati. Then छात्रः
भीत आय अध्यापकः मिलति.
What is bhita means?
With a fear.
Aya means?
Coming, approach. I thought so. If it is not correct, please correct it.
Chhatraha is pullinga, so bhita, only one bhita is enough. Bhitaha, like here, bhitaha. Chhatraha, bhitaha, the one who is afraid, that is chhatra. Ayana. You can either say agatya, or you can add abhyagatya.
Oh, okay.
If you want to say approaching towards.
Towards, yes.
So you can say abhyagatya. Abhi agatya. Abhi plus a. There are two upasargas here.
Okay.
Abhyagatya. No, adhyapakah milati is not there. We have seen these examples with milati before. We have to use saha milati. Kena saha milati. Adhyapakena saha milati.
Okay.
So छात्रः भीतः अभ्यागत्य अध्यापकेन सह मिलति. Okay, अध्यापकः कोपेन. So this one, what do you want to say here?
I was trying to translate teaching the rules.
Teaching the rules to whom?
To the adhyapakah. I mean to chhatra.
So अध्यापकः छात्राय कोपेन.
Okay.
Kopena means with anger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is not
The first
necessary.
sentence was he saw Sanganakam and he was angry for what he saw. And the chata, this is the comic that you sent us.
Oh, okay. Oh, that other one. Okay. This is a story. Okay.
Yeah. The Adhyapah Kopena Saha Shastram Upadeshyati.
Oh.
Upadeshtati. I think that's what I did. Upadeshtati.
अध्यापकः कोपेन छात्रम् अथवा छात्राय
Okay.
this is not necessary सः
Okay.
शास्त्रम् उपदिशति.
Chatra. Okay.
उपदिशति. Then we have छात्रः सन्तोषं भवति न. सन्तोषं भवति न. सन्तोषं भवति. So we are saying chhatra become happy.
Yeah.
So chhatrah, we'll have to use a visheshanam here, which has to be in the same vibhakti linga vachana as chhatra. So chhatrah santushtah bhavati.
What does the santushtah mean?
Happy.
Happy. Oh, okay.
Santosham is happiness.
Okay.
Santosham actually is a pullinga. Santosha means happiness. So it's happiness is a bhava.
Okay.
Or santushta is someone who is happy. If it is pullinga, then santushtah. Napumsakalinga santushtam. Strilinga santushta. Okay.
Thank you, Mahodaya. Dhanyavad.
These are good. Now coming back to here, Prajwal Mahodaya.
Yes.
Yeah, Prasad Mahodaya, your sentences are looking good. Then Prajwal Mahodaya, can you read your sentences?
Let me find them just a moment. Okay, the first one was Vayam Phalam Kritva Jalam Pibamaha. And the second was Palika Nartitva Pustakam Patitavati. The third one was Aham Jalam Pitva Griham Gatsami. And then the fourth one was Sharad Ritu Agatya Vrikshat Patrani Patitavanti.
So what is the meaning of that?
So when after autumn came, the leaf fell from the tree. So that's what I wanted to write. So is that?
So if you look at these sentences here in the book, so that before this also, this example, this one you take, or the Kvanta also, Balaka Bhojanam Khadati, Anantaram Balaka Nidrati. Chhatra Syutam Grahnati, Anantaram Chhatra Vidyalayam Gacchatu. This one or the next one or in the examples. So what do you find here? So here, note that in both the sentences, karta is the same. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So that when we use kvanta or labanta, when we want to join the sentences, the same karta is doing both the actions. Okay. So that here is
yes, Mahoday, yes.
keep in mind. So it's not like something is happening and something else is happening.
Okay, I got it. I think. Okay, so the karta should be like the same, and then okay, following this and that. Okay, and then
the same karta is doing some other action.
Okay.
So here also, Neela begin there also here. Number 3 and 4 also, the similar thing is noticed here. So Ashruni balakasya netrabhyam patitva mata kshiram dadati. So you are trying to say after these Ashruni, when they fall from this one, then the Mata gives the milk. So, but there are two different kartas here. Okay. Ashruni, so this, so you'll find a different example, not this one. So similarly, Devi Navaratreha Agatya Janaha Devalayam Gachanti. So these, let's not use the Lebanta, Kvanta in such cases. We will use some other construct later for such constructions, such sentences. Okay, Neela Bhagini?
Okay.
Dhanyavad, Mahodaya.
Is
Thank you.
that understood?
I did not realize, I did not use the same karta.
Oh, that's fine. So in the first one is, if you see here, Panthaha Vanam Vishtva Sivan Pashyati. So the karta is not repeated there. Pantha Vanam Vishtva Pantha Sivan Pashyati, because the karta is same. So here, this also same karta should be used. Okay.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad, Mahoday.
Next one. I forgot to mention that last week. So next one is, we have Tumunanta Rupani. There is another Krit Pratyaya here, like the last two we saw, Ktva Pratyaya and Lep Pratyaya. Before that we also seen Ktavatu Pratyaya. Ktavatu example was Gatavan, Gatavati, Gatavat, Patitavan, Patitavati, Patitavat. Those are Ktavatu being the Visheshanam. So when we add Ktavatu Pratyaya, Gatavan, Gatavat, Gatavati becomes Visheshanam. Whereas when we add Ktva, Lagatva, or Lep, Agatya, or Agamya, then that becomes Avyayam. Now we have another Krit Pratyaya called Tumun. When we add Tumun to a dhatu, then the resulting word also becomes Avyayam. Yeah. Then the resulting word is called Tumunnanta Padam. Tumunanta. Like we had Tvanta, Labanta, and Tumun, like that. This one is Tumunnanta. Tumunnanta Padam. Tumunnanta Rupani is form. So this indicates action after. So Lep and Kva was, they were indicating action before. Now this one is action after. So we have Mitram Agachati. So after that we have Mitram Maya Samilati. Note that same karta as we saw before. Same karta is doing both the actions. Mitram Agachati, Mitram Maya Samilati. So when previously we had the question or the joining word, we had anantaram. So here we have the joining word, we can have kimartham. What for? So agachati is happening first, right? This is the first action, left side. And milati, milana, meeting action is happening later, after agachati. Relative to agachati, related to the first kriya, the time when the second kriya is happening is later. It doesn't need to be in future, absolute future. It doesn't need to be tomorrow or day after. It's related to the previous one, previous first action. So mitram agachati, kimartham agachati, mitramayasa milati. So when we combine those two sentences, we become mitram mayasaha melitum agachati. So everything from the second one remains same. Now milati changes to melitum, okay. And what we have, agachati, the agachati, which is the kriya happening first, comes at the end here. Melitum, to meet. The meeting is happening later. So here it is the purpose, but it's going to happen later after agamanam, after coming. So they are joined like this. So next one is chhatra syutam grihnati kimartham chhatra vidyalayam gacchati. Chhatra vidyalayam gantum, gacchati changes to gantum, then syutam grihnati. So gantum, to go. To go, going action is happening later, and grihnati, grabbing, taking action is happening first. Okay. So syutam, what is syutam? Syutam means
bag.
Bag. Chhatra vidyalayam gantum syutam. Okay, that's what. Archakah nadim gacchati kimartham archakah snati. Snatum gacchati. Nadim gacchati. Vyaghra mrugam marayati. Mrugam khadati. Khaditum mrugam marayati. Mitrani graham gacchanti. Kimartham mitrani kridanti. Kriditum gacchanti. Similarly, bhavantah katham shrunvanti. Kimartham bhavantah hasanti. Hasitum shrunvanti. Prashnam prashtavan uttaram jnatam. So uttaram jnatum. Jnatum prashnam prashtavan. Ashva dhavishyati kimartham ashva jalam pasati. Patum dhavishyati. Note this. So these couple examples. So the previously all these examples you saw here, until here, and they are all in Vartamana Kala, as you see, Shrunvanti, Gacchanti, Gacchati, Kridati, etc., Milati. But here, this one, we are using the Bhuta Kridanta Prashtavan and Jnatum Prashtavan. So, Jnatum, so the Kriya of knowing is happening after this Prashna Kriya, asking question. Question happening is first. Though the asking question might have happened 5 minutes ago or 1 year ago. The Jnana Kriya, the act of knowing, will happen after the act of questioning. There is a relative again. So again, if the questioning has happened like 1 year back, the act of knowing might have happened 2 days back, or 6 months back, or 5 minutes back. It may not have happened. It might happen in future. It may happen today. Then ashva dhavishyati, kimartham ashvaha jalam pasyati, dhavishyati. Here also, bhavishyat kala we have used. Jalam patam, to drink the water. dhavishyati, it runs in future. So after it runs in future, then the panakriya, drinking will happen after that. So we don't know when. Then balikaha nrityashyanti, kimartham balikaha santosham prapsyanti. So in prapsyanti is bhavishyat kala. What is the vartamana kala of prapsyanti? Shivasri Bhagini, what is the vartamana kala of prapsyanti?
Prapnoti?
Bahuvachanam?
Prapno. No vanti.
Correct. Prapnuvanti.
Yeah.
Balikaha nirtishyanti, kimartham balikaha santosham prapnuvanti if it is present tense. Balikaha santosham praptum nirtishyanti. Okay. So concept is similar like twa and lep. The only thing here, one thing is happening afterwards.
Sir, excuse me, I have one question. Like last class, the chapter 44 and 45, like action before, how do we figure out khaditva? Like suppose balaka bhojana khaditi or balaka nindrati. Like there's a balaka bhojana khaditva nindrati, or we have to put balaka bhojana khadatu nindrati. Like how do we know like like twa or lebanta?
How do you know? Okay. How do you know twa or lebanta?
Or which one is good? Like which verb? Sorry, I don't know how to ask question.
Yeah. So if I understand correctly, so your question is how to know whether to use twa or lep. Is that right? Is that your question?
What is the difference like 44 or 45? Like
what is the difference 44, 45? Okay.
Like chapter 44, like the same action before and it.
Correct. Yeah, good question. Anybody want to answer?
I can try more that. So I think this twa is for like these dhatus or verb without the upasarga, and then lep is used when there is a upasarga in the verb. So that was the difference. I think you mentioned last.
Right. So
otherwise, they have the same purpose.
Right. Rita, the same purpose is same, the meaning is same, but do you know what is upasarga?
Oh yeah.
Upasarga. You know? Upasarga. Udaharanam, example will show here. So gacchati is there, right? Gacchati. So balakaha gacchati, and then we have balakaha agacchati.
The A is upasarga.
Correct. So A is upasarga. Now if you want to convert this gacchati to action before form, then we use the twa form. Like then it becomes gacchati becomes gatva. Then if you want to convert this agacchati to action before form, then we use lep. Then it becomes agatya. Only reason why we use lep here in this case is because this one has upasarga. If there is no upasarga, then we use this twa. Okay? If there is upasarga in the kriyapada, then we use lep.
Okay.
So in case of khadati, we don't see any upasarga there. Like how many upasargas there that is not in this book or not preferred to be in this course. But just for your information, knowledge, I can tell you there are 22 upasargas in Sanskritam. Okay, so which are the common upasargas we know? One is agachati. A is one upasarga. What are the other upasargas you might remember? Anyone?
Prapnoti, pra.
Prapnoti. Pra is one upasarga. What else? Then agachati. A is one upasarga. Pra is one upasarga. What else?
Nirgachat.
Nirgachati. If it is nir is one upasarga. So note that all upasargas, they don't need to be added, not necessarily need to be added to every dhatu or every kriyapada. Though technically they can be, but in usage they are not common like that. Like, so we don't generally see pragachati. So pra is
the upasarga is before the dhatu.
Yes.
Okay.
When the upasarga comes before the dhatu, it always comes before the dhatu if we want to use it. And when it comes before a dhatu, dhatu's meaning many times changes. Okay? Many times. When I say many times, sometimes it may not change. Generally it changes. Sometimes it enhances the meaning of the dhatu or that action. Sometimes it totally changes the meaning. For example, we saw that gacchati without upasarga, then agacchati with upasarga, the meaning is opposite, right? Gacchati is going, agacchati is coming. So it is opposite. So similarly, but if you see prapnoti without upasarga, it is just apnoti. Apnoti also means obtain. Apnoti is obtain. Okay? But prapnoti, the meaning doesn't change drastically. So it is just enhanced. Prapnoti. He obtains. But pra in this case, it is telling you like prakarshena apnoti. Prakarshena means nicely or certainly, like that. Prapnoti. Then similarly, gacchati, you can add nirgacchati. Nirgacchati means goes away. Gacchati comes, nirgacchati goes away. Then what else? Any other upasarga?
Anayati.
Nayati, anayati. There also upasarga a is there, but the meaning is totally opposite. Nayati, anayati. Nayati carries, anayati brings. Any other upasarga that you know of?
Upavimsati.
Upavishati. So upa is one upasarga, another one. So out of 22, you already know 4 here. Vishati is without upasarga. What is the meaning of vishati?
To live. Vishati.
To sit. Yeah.
Vasati na, vishati.
Vishati. Oh.
So
to rest.
No, vishati. Neela Bhagini, you have made the sentence with vishati. Vishtva. What is the vishtva? Vishati. It's on our chart of verbs. Could you find it? No.
Yeah, to enter.
To enter. Vishati, enter. Then upavisha means what? We are adding upavisha. Upasarga. Sit.
Yeah.
Vishati is entering and upavishati is sitting. The meaning is different. It is not even opposite, it is different. Okay. Now, any other thing you remember?
Para.
Para. Parajayati. Parabhava. Para, Parabhava, Parajaya. Jaya is, Jayati is, Jayati means wins, Parajayati means loses.
Anu is a
Anu is another upasarga. Gacchati, anugacchati, anukaroti. We all use the anukaranam, right? Anukaranam means mimicking something. Karoti is doing. Anukaroti. Anu is generally used in the sense of following something, right? So karoti, doing. Anukaroti, follow that what someone is doing. Follow means repeat, mimic. Gacchati, going. Anugacchati, follow that, follow behind. Anugacchati. Vadati, what is vadati means?
To speak.
Speak, say. Anuvadati means repeat what somebody says. Anuvadati. That's why it's called anuvada. So anuvada actually doesn't really mean translation. It means repeating the same thing, maybe in your own words. That's why it's called anuvada. If you want to really say translation, it should be bhashantaranam, not anuvada.
Vijnana.
Which one?
Vijnanam. V
is another upasarga. Like vijnanam, vijnanam. So here what happens? Does the meaning change? Jnanam means knowledge. So vijnanam, vishesha jnanam. So special knowledge. Even in that vishesha also there is a V upasarga. Shesha, vishesha. But sometimes this V, jnanam, vijnanam, V is not changing the meaning like opposite or drastically, but it's enhancing. But sometimes V changes it drastically, right? Like rodha, virodha. Rodha is stopping, virodha is opposing, which is a kind of stopping only. Then, yeah, good. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are there, 22 out of it.
Sad buddhi. So sad and
No, sat is not. Like Sanskritam, Sanskritam, sam. Sam is very common upasarga. Like we have samyak, sammarjayati, sammarjanam. With kshalayati also no prakshalayati, upasarga. Sammarjayati. Only marjayati can be used, but sammarjayati. Sam is generally used for properly doing something. Samskritam. Samyak kritam, samkritam. Samkritam, samskritam. Samadhanam.
Pari. Just pari also upasarga. Parityaga.
Parityaga. Parityaga.
about dur is a
Dur. Like Nehru, there is also Nis.
nisarga, right?
Nis. Like in Nisarga there is just Ni. Ni is also an upasarga. Ni plus sarga. Nis is example Nishkasayati. Nis plus Kashayati is Niskashayati. So there is like Ni, there are 3 upasarga. Ni, Nehru, Nis. And yeah, Durjana is Dur. So yeah, so you got the idea. So 12 here. So when these are added to dhatu, before dhatu, and they can be used in the kriyapadam also, and they can be used in twa also, not in twa, with lep. Twa means lep. If upasarga is there, lep cannot be used. If upasarga is there, only lep can be used, twa cannot be used. So in place of twa, lep is used if upasarga is there. And many times we see multiple upasargas added to dhatu. What is the example? Examples are many, right? Like paryavaranam, pari plus avaranam. Varanam is the basic part, but we have paryavaranam, pari plus a plus varanam. Pari, a, varanam. So two upasargas. And then samadhanam, sam plus a plus dhana, samadhana.
Mahoday, varna is color. Right?
Varna is color.
So, I mean, it's trying to break down how paryavaranam becomes environment.
No. Varana asti. Avarana is something encasing or around you. Avarana. Varana nasti. Varana. What I wanted to say. Upasarga. One more was there, which is common, abhi. So just now we had one example, right? Abhi something. I said. Abhi.
Abhimana.
Abhimana. And in Neela Bhagini's sentence one, we used abhi. What was that? Neela Bhagini, remember? Abhi. Abhyagatya. That's what we use, right? Chhatraha abhyagatya adhyapakam prashnam pruchhati. Something was there. Abhyagatya. So there also we used two upasargas. Abhi plus a plus then gama. Abhi agatya. So that means approaching towards you. Abhyagatya. If you want to just say abhi and don't use a, abhigatya or abhigamya, that means approaching towards somebody else. So adhyapakam abhigamya saha namaskaroti. That way. Okay, so Rita Bhagini, so again when we use any such upasarga, then we cannot use twa. In place of twa, we use lep. Like for example, we used gacchati gatva. So if you use nirgacchati, then what will happen to lep now? Action before.
Okay.
Huh?
So like utthashyati also has a suffix.
Yeah, correct. Ud is upasarga. That's another upasarga. Ud. Ud upasarga is also common, right? So there are many words you can think of. Ud, like udaya, suryaha, suryasya udayaha, suryodayaha. So there also upasarga ud is there. So aya is the dhatu. Okay, then
Udaharanam.
udaharanam, ut aharanam. There are two upasarga, ut plus a, then hara. Actually, hara.
exercise like number 14, the Mahesa Praptaha Utthashati Mahesa Dhavati Sati. How do we like change like Utthashati? Uttha.
How to change it?
Yeah, the like not the twa, like not the Uttash. How? What's the bar? The answer. Number 14.
Okay.
Like page number 94. 14 number 14.
Mahesha Pratha Utthashyati. So how this Utthashyati is formed? Is that the question?
Yeah, how to like change like two sentences? How to like not the Utthashyatva.
Not Utthashyatva, because there is a Ut upasarga here. Ud upasarga is there. Ud. So we can't say Utthashyatva. So we'll have to look for the left form. So what is the left form? This is in the future tense. Right? This is Utthashyati is in the Bhavishyat Kala. So this is a little slightly special form, because in Vartamana Kala it is Tisthati, right? Without upasarga. And in Bhavishyat Kala, what is the form here? Sthasyati. This is slightly not straightforward, like a gacchati, gamishyati, not like this, slightly, because there is sa comes into picture. Yes, thasyati. Now when you add ud to this thasyati, then this sa goes away. Sa is not used. This is slightly different, not straightforward like udgamya or something. So here ut, then this one thasyati, only sa is not there. Thasya, utthasyati is the future tense. Okay, so now if you want to convert this to lep, because there is ut here, then you get utthaya. So here syati you are taking away, you are removing this and then adding aya, uthaya.
Uttaya.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
And then number 9, Prishyati. Prishatva or
there is no upasarga there, right? So twa should be added, but again prichatva is not the right form. So that's why the table is given there, and we need to practice that. So many times it is simple, like kritavan becomes kritva. Yeah, that is simple. Nartishyati, what happens here? There is no upasarga. What happens? Nartishyati, we want to add a twa there. So what is Nartishyati becomes
Ni is upasarga. Ni.
no, there is no upasarga here. There is Nrityati is the Vartamana Kala, Nartishyati Bhavishyat Kala. So what when you add twa, what is the form? Anyone?
Nartitva.
Nartitva. So that's what given in the table in the book also, and also on the here also, right? Nartitva I can see here. So if you see where is Nrit here number 27. You see here.
I have a
Then
question.
one second. Nrit. So if you come to column AB here, this is Nartitva. So similarly, if you look at pruchati is there. So pruchati, it doesn't become pruchatva. So look at where is this one, number 35. Okay. Let me expand this a little bit. Okay. 35. If you look 35 here, and column A, B. So what becomes here? Prushtva. Okay. So there is still twa at the end because there is no upasarga, but form is not pruchitva, it's prushtva. Okay. Some of the forms where the twa forms are with e, like militva, it's not miltva. Militva, luditva, likhitva, ushitva. So some of them are with e, like suchayitva, marjayitva. But some of them, they are not with e, even though it is twa, like here, vishtva, shaktva, shrutva, sthitva. There is no e there. Smrutva, it is not smrititva or smaritva. Smrutva. But where you see here hasitva, there is e there. It's not hastva, hasitva. And similarly, there is no e here. Rutva, rutva, not haritva, rutva. So these some are like with e, some are without e, even with twa. Where upasarga is there, yes, there is a lep comes there ya, upavishya, no twa. So these things you keep in mind. But there's no need to, not necessary to memorize them, but more importantly, practice those writing and reading and speaking. Use them in the sentences to get more familiar. Yes, any question, others?
Mahodaya, sorry I missed, but how do I get this dhatu spreadsheet? Where is it?
Dhatu spreadsheet on this, if you go to students area here, on the table here, table of all forms.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So my question is, if we have some upasarga word, and if we know the lab form of the dhatu, can we just add upasarga to that lab form?
Sorry, say that again. Question.
So if we know this lab form of some dhatu, and we have a new word with some upasarga, and can we just add same upasarga to this lab form of the dhatu?
Can you give some example?
In this page 94, number 7.
Page 94, number 7. This one you are saying? Ashoka prakoshtam sammarjayati.
So for the jayati, it's prajitya. So can I just add samar prajitya?
Which one? Arpayati?
Yeah, number 7, samar jayati, and I want to make it lyap form, and I know from the table I know for the jayati it's prajitya. So is my answer samar prajitya for it, and is it general rule?
Hold on, let's go to the table again. Which one? Jayati?
Yes.
Are you saying Jayati here?
I'm not sure whether I found it from other.
You have to note that your question I understand. So this is the thing here. So in this sammarjayati, the kriyapada or dhatu is not jayati. It is marjayati.
Oh.
Okay. So we have the upasarga sam, and then dhatu part is marjayati. There is no upasarga called ma.
Okay.
So you'll have to look for the marjayati means that means there is no upasarga, so that becomes marjayitva. Marjayitva. Then now we are adding some, okay, some as upasarga. Then if you want to find out what is the left form of sammarjayati, then you are not going to look at the jayati.
Okay.
You look for something similar to marjayati, which is like pujayati, chorayati. Okay. Yeah. What else? Kshalayati. So kshalayati becomes what?
Yeah,
Kshalayati
so,
becomes. I think there it's on the list, right? Prakshala. No, here. Prakshala. Right, number 34. So what is it? Kala maybe. Prakshalya. Now think of sammarjayati becomes what? Sam plus kshala becomes kshala became kshalya. There it is marja.
Marjalya.
Huh?
Marja.
Kshala. See, note the patterns here. Kshala is the dhatu, and then it in what in vartamana kala it becomes kshalayati, and then in twa, not twa, yeah, in twa it becomes kshalayitva, and if you add pra, it becomes prakshalayati in here in the vartamana kala, but in lep it becomes prakshalya. Then marja is the dhatu, and in vartamana kala like kshalayati, what will become marja in vartamana kala?
Marjayati.
Marjayati. Then in twa, what is the form like without upasarga?
Marjayitva.
Yeah, marjayitva. Then if you add some, pra is also possible. Then some.
Okay.
And vartamana kala, what happens if you add some marjayati, which is already there, we saw, and then lep becomes like prakshalya.
Marjalya. Some marjalya.
No, there is no la in marja. There is la in marja.
Sorry. Some marjalya. Yeah. Some marja.
Correct. Some marja.
Okay. That was wrong from me.
Some marja. The same thing has happened with the prapa. If you look at prapa, because here prapa, if you look at pra plus apa, so if it is only ap without a pra upasarga, then we know the in latlakara or vartamana kala it is apnoti. In tvanta, what will happen? Tva, if there is no upasarga pra, just ap, tva. If you add just tva to ap, just add ap and tva.
Up, yeah.
No, there is no upasarga. We are adding tva. Plus tva. What is it? Aptva. There is nothing funky happening here. Just aptva. Okay. Then if you add pra upasarga, now in place of tva, we cannot add tva. We have to add lep means which is actually yeah. So pra plus a plus ya. Now what?
Prapya.
Prapya.
Some of the words looks familiar than other. For example, yeah, this prapya I have read somewhere, but
right.
not this apva.
Yeah, because in language uses more common is prapya. Graham prapya patati. Vidyalayam prapya likhati, like that. Apta is there, but not as common as prapya. Any more question on this, on these? I'm just looking at this. Any other things? Kru dhatu upasargas are common, like karoti krutva. If there is no upasarga, it becomes krutva. If it is upasarga with kru, then let's take an example with kru. What is the example of upasarga plus kru? This one, talking about kru, not kri.
Example with kru?
Karoti is without upasarga. With any upasarga, can you think of?
Sukritam.
So there are many like upakritam, upakara, right? Upakara, you all know upakara.
Yes.
Nirakaroti, right? Nirakaranam, or you also nirakara, nirakaroti, upakaroti. Swikaroti is also there, but that swi is not in the list of 22. But still, when something like swi or something like that is added, still we add lep, not tva. Okay? Like svikritya, then we add svi, becomes svikritya. Nir and plus a, nirakritya. So krutva without upasarga, with upasarga becomes kritya, upakritya, nirakritya, like that. Okay. Then
Sir, I have a question. Number 15, like page number 94, the exercise number 15. And Nartishyati. We do the Narti. No is a suffix. No is a suffix.
No, there is no suffix here. There is no upasarga.
Okay, then Nartitva.
Yes, nartitva.
Okay.
So another example with upasarga, kri dhatu. So kri, what happens without upasarga? Here we have kri. Column may be kri. Kritva. Kritva. Now if you add upasarga, like if you add v is a famous upasarga for with kri. Kri dhatu. In Vartamana Kala, what is the form?
Karoti.
That is number 12. Here number 13. Kri. Not kru. Kri. Buying. Vartamana Kala. I think he used it, right? Or it is in the book also, yeah.
Is it Kridati?
Huh? No, Kridati is Krida. That is 14.
Oh, okay.
Krinati.
Krinati. Krinati means Saha something. Pustakam Krinati. He buys a book. Now we, when you use we, then Vartamana Kala doesn't become vi Krinati. That's a different form. We'll study that later. Okay? It's a
Vikrayam Mahoday?
huh?
Vikrayam?
Vikrayanam. We all know Vikri, or in Hindi Bikri. Right? Vikraya, and Vikraya means selling, right? Vikraya. Vikraya is selling, whereas only Kraya is buying. Kri. So you know that we completely changes the meaning. Opposite. We here. And also it is Upasarga. Then what happens to this column AB here? Without Upasarga is Kritva. And when you add V, Upasarga, then we have to add lep, then it becomes Vikriya. Just add ya to Kri. Vikriya. Remove Tva and add ya. Vikriya. Upasarga plus Dhatu plus ya. Simple. No Tva. And Teja also is common, like Teja. Here we have Tektva, then Parityaja. Parityaga is common. So we use adding Pari Upasarga, then it becomes Parityajya. So just take Dhatu and add Ya. Parityajya. Okay. Dattva also there. Pra is common here. Pradana. Pradana. So then you just becomes Pradaya or even Adana. Adaya. So when you add A, what is the meaning? Da is giving. Adaya. You must be knowing this word. Adaya.
Income.
Income is getting something, right? So da is meaning is opposite with A there. Adaya and daya. Da is giving. Ada is getting. So dattva, then with A becomes adaya. So here also drishya also common. Drishtva, you can add pra there. Prapashya. Drishtva, then prapashya. Prapashyati. Then what else? Ninda. Ninditva. Ni, we know. Patha. Pata. Pitva. Puja. All that comes. Visheshaka shru. Such. Shru. Shru dhavitva. Smru. Smru. Smrutva. Smru means remember. Now, if you add V here, what happens? Vismarati. Vismarana. What is Vismarana?
To forget.
Forget. So, meaning is opposite. Smarati, Vismarati. Add V. Smrutva, Vismrutya. Hru is very is famous for this examples quoted with upasargas. So, Hru harati in Vartamana Kala. You all know what is harati means.
Taking away.
Take away, take. it becomes Shrutva with Tva, and then with Upasarga, let's take Upasarga A, add A, then Vartamana Kala becomes Harati becomes if you add A to Harati, what does it become in Vartamana Kala? Not left. Vartamana. Hello?
Here.
No, not left. Just I'm saying Vartamana Kala only, like Harati. A plus Harati.
Aharati?
Aharati. What is the meaning of Aharati? Harati is take away. Somebody is taking. Aharati means? It is also taken away, like Ahara. You know Ahara, right? Ahara.
Ahara is food.
Food. It is food because we take it away. That's why it's Ahara. So Aharati means you are eating. Eating means taking something into you. Aharati. It doesn't have to be into you, but I'm saying it is taking. You are taking it, grabbing it, taking it. Aharati. Then the left becomes Ahrutya. Rutva is there. Ahrutya. With Ru, you can add other upasargas also. Like you can add V. Then Harati becomes V plus Harati becomes Viharati. What is the meaning now?
To live, to stay. Is it something like to live? Or
like Vihara. What is Vihara?
Vihara is like place where one lives.
To enjoy, to travel.
Travel. Vihara, like Viharati, means he travels or wanders. Viharati. And then, so the meaning how.
Does apaharan also come from this word?
Yes, apahara. Apa plus hara.
Okay.
Apa is another upasarga, like apagachati. Apa is another upasarga. Apahara. So
Harana.
Apaharana, yes. So all this meaning, how this meaning changes with the shru by adding these different upasargas like hara, harati, aharati, viharati, traveling or wandering, and then apaharati. Then we have some. You add some. Some plus harati becomes.
There is some audio problem.
Some plus harati becomes.
Samharati.
No, just samharati. What harati?
Samharati.
In the namapada form, they becomes hara, like ahara or samhara, apahara. All these becomes har in the noun form. But in just the Vartamana Kal form, it remains harati. Aharati, viharati, samharati, apaharati.
What does samharati mean?
What is samhara?
Killing.
To destroy.
Oh, okay.
Sir, I have a question. What is the dhatu gana sankhya?
Dhatu gana sankhya is number of the dhatu group. Dhatus are divided into 10 groups, which you will study in some other course, not in this course. This is just for reference given here.
Okay.
Yeah, the dhatus in the Sanskrit language, there are about 2000 dhatus. They are divided into 10 different groups based on what pattern they follow in Vartamana Kala, especially.
Because the likha is 6, Bodha is 1. I'm like just curious.
Yeah, they look similar, 6 and 1, but there is some minor differences are there in the patterns. Yeah.
So in principle, then these 2000 dhatus can combine with any of these 22. these upasargas, and then one can have more than one upasargas as well. So like, okay, so then it means that you can have many.
Then there are infinite combinations.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Then you add this through with pari. Pari is also paragraph. Pari. Then pari plus harati.
Pariharati.
Pariharati. What is the meaning of pariharati now? Parihara?
Compensation.
Like how do I say in English? Like samshayam pariharati. Like I have a doubt.
Clarification.
I clarify the doubt. I remove the doubt, like pariharati, removing. Parihara, removing actually. Then pra is also another upasarga. Then you add with the hu, then what it will become? Pra plus harati.
Praharati.
Praharati means now?
Is it related with this prahar noun? So does it mean
prahara.
To hit?
Bhimaha Duryodhanam Gadaya Praharati. Gadaya Praharati. So hitting. So how this ru is, that's why it's famous, because examples with the different upasarga, how the meaning changes now, different total. Then also you add two upasarga, for example, of ru. Nir plus a. Nir a harati. Then Nira plus harati. Nir plus a plus harati. Then Nira plus harati becomes
Niraharati.
Is that opposite of taking away?
No. So what is the nirahara now? Nirahara, you know?
Yeah, without food.
Fasting.
Without food. Okay.
So ahara is like taking that something or food actually. Mostly it is the food ahara. Now nirahara is without food. So niraharati, you know, fasting. Somebody is fasting. Niraharati. So this is good example with different upasargas.
Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
One question. What is the difference between the you say kru and we say kri, and the kri with the dirga? I mean, how they are formed?
What is 12 and 13?
Yes. They are pronounced, at least I pronounce exactly same for both.
No, pronunciation is not same, like one is a ru. One is a ru.
I mean, how can we like divide into multiple syllable, or I don't know, multiple character for 12?
I'm writing it here.
I know about 13, but what about 12?
These two. Can you see my screen? Ka plus ru. The other one is ka, ra, e. Kri. This is kri.
Sorry, I'll have to listen in the video. I'm not listening anymore. I have audio problem today.
Audio. Yeah. Okay. So one is a kru, one is kri. So these are pronunciations are different. The writing is based on the pronunciation. Writing is different. Why? Because the pronunciation is different. So pronunciation cannot or should not be the same for these two. And I have a different video. I posted a video. If anybody is interested in this ru pronunciation, I'll send it to you on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I have heard many people, you know, they just, like for example, the through. They just pronounce it as 3 only. Matri, Pitri, which is not correct. Matri, Pitri. So those had to be differently pronounced. It's just a practice, and also when they learn it initially, the beginning is important. Learning at the first step.
Sir, how to pronounce matri, not the mat? You're saying that how to pronounce the correct one? Yeah.
Matru, matru.
Matru.
Yeah. So it is not even mat. This is different. I'll send you a different video in the email later, so you go through it. Okay. This is different. So this is not matru. This is matru. This is matru. There's a ru there. Matru. So this is a vowel. It's a swara.
Matru.
Like probably in English the ru is better when we say like a if you are a native English speaker, which no one of us is actually, no one is English native speaker here. They speak this like a r is a better, like a ru, like a root, like not how we speak Indians or others like in Asian. We speak the root r, like we speak the r, like we speak it like a I'm writing it here like root, right? And we also write it like this. This is ru, ra, which is vyanjanam or a consonant ra, which has a different pronunciation than this ru. Right? So this English speakers, they pronounce it like a root. Right? They don't actually touch the tongue completely there. It's like a half root. And how do we pronounce this one?
Rishi.
So generally we hear like this rishi or not rishi. No, right? That's why there are two different symbols in the script there. This is pronunciation different. This pronunciation different. It is not a rishi or roshi. Rishi. Yeah.
Rishi.
See, what I have seen this, we are all now, including me, we are all learners, so we know. But many people who are experts, not only this who are teaching L1 or something, but even in colleges everywhere, there are professors teaching. They are used to this pronouncing this matri. They know that it is not correct, but because they have studied in the first step like that during their childhood, like with the 3, especially in the North India, I've seen this matri. They use just 3 there, matri, pitri. They don't change it. They know that is not correct. They don't change the pronunciation.
Mahoday, one question from the action after topic we are learning today. So just rest of all dhatus or rest of all kriyas are becoming gantu and snantu, but milati is becoming melitum.
Yeah.
Is it covered elsewhere? If yes, then I'll go through the videos. But what's the difference? Why is it converting into melitum?
Why there is no why? It's just a form. Because also it belongs to the number 6 Gana group, if you want to remember that from the grammatical point. But otherwise, it's just a form. Melitum. Now, lik also belongs to that form, that gana, but lik has slightly different. Lik has both the forms, likitum, lekitum. But milati has only one form, melitum. Also, let's not go there. Gruhnati is one, gruhitva if you add tva, but lep is becomes sangrihya. Sangrihya. Parigruhya, parigruhnati, sangruhnati, parigruhya. So those are the forms. Now, for tumananta there is no lep form. Okay, just tuman is tuman. There is no tva lep here. Tuman, melitum, gantum. Whether upasarga or not, it is just tum. Even if it is so, if it is agachati becomes in tuman.
Agachantam.
No, agantum. Gachati is gantum.
Okay.
Agachati agantum. So with upasarga, tuman doesn't change. Jnatum, vijnatum, for example. Jnatum is also a good one for upasarga. Like janati is the vartamanakal form. Then we can add pari, vijanati, parijanati, and other one like abhijanati. So those had slightly different meanings. Like for example, abhijanati means identifies. Right? Abhijnana, we know abhijnana, shakuntalam. Abhijnana means identifying, identification. Okay, so there are some examples here. Exercise for tuman. Can do that. Yeah, some koshtaka which is already in that chart on the website. One small thing we can cover today is adyatana, shvastana, hyastana. Today's etc. etc. So we have already seen adya, shvaha and hyaha before, right? What is the meaning of adya and shvaha and hyaha? Today. Shvaha means yesterday. Shvaha is tomorrow. Hyaha is yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So note that adya, shvaha and hyaha, they are avya. So when I say adya aham patami, shvaha aham patishyami, hyaha aham apatham or patitavan. So these are avya. Adya, shvaha and hyaha. Only adya, shvaha and hyaha. But if we add tana, now how do we say that? Why are we adding this tana here? So udaharanam astatra kim adyatana karyam gruhe bhavati. Adyatana karyam means today's work. Not today. It is not just today. Today's means the work of today. Gruhe bhavati will happen or happens at home. Similarly, we have adyatana janaha, today's people. Kim kurvanti, what will they do? Now shvastana means tomorrow's, pravasa means journey. Kutra bhavishyati, where will it happen? Shvastana krida, tomorrow's play. Kiyana saha bhavishyati. Hyastana bhojanam, yesterday's meals. And hyastana dinam, yesterday's day. Yes. Yesterday's day means what? Yesterday's overall activities, like how did you how was your day, like that. Now
Mahodaya, if we are adding the tana as a part of the adya, then it is saying that the activity that's being done are like janaha, means like apostrophe belonging to, like, to that day, to that activity.
I don't need this. Okay. So adyatana, shastana. So on those examples given there, you can use, they are shown there without breaking the word adyatana, shastana and hastana. They are added in the examples. They are added, like for example adyatana, what was that? Adyatana pravasaha, for example. Yeah, adyatana. So now here with adyatana, pravasa is added and it has become a single word, compound word. Then we can use this adyatana pravasa as a single word. Adyatana pravasaha kutra bhavati. Adyatana janaha katham santi. Adyatana janaha kutra gachanti. Adyatana balakaha kim pathanam kurvanti, like that. So it becomes a single word. Similarly, shastana, single word. Shastana and shastana, what? Shastana dinam, not dinam. Shastana pathanam, that's it. Shastana pathanam. So it becomes a compound word here. So this is easier to use, making it a compound word. So that's why they are the examples are showing compound words, but actually there are two words in this. So this is, if you remember, we saw the examples with kidrusha. Right? Do you remember kidrusha? Kidrusha, idrusha, tadrusha. Three things we saw. Anybody remember? Prajwal Mohan?
I remember the words, Mahodaya, but then I don't remember what we used them for.
Kidrush means what type? Idrusha means this type. Tadrusha means
yes,
that.
the second. Yes.
Kidrusha, Kidrusha Sanganakam, Kidrusha Dinam, Kidrusha Pustakam is what type of book. So there also we used it, mostly we used it as a compound word. So you can add this Kidrusha, Idrusha, Tadrusha with any word, behind any word, behind means before, and then make it a compound word. So this second word coming into that compound word could be of any lingam, right? So we can say kidrusha jalam, kidrusha parvatah. Then kidrusha parvata, the entire compound word becomes the pullinga, kidrusha parvata. Kidrusha vimanam becomes single word, becomes napumsaka lingam. The entire word, single word becomes, compound word becomes one lingam, because it is a compound, one word. But if you break it, then this kidrusha, idrusha, they are actually visheshanam. Right? So that's what we have seen, because then if you want to break it, then as a visheshanam rule, that visheshanam has to be in the same linga vachana vibhakti as the qualifier, or the vishesham it is qualifying, describing. So if you break it, then it becomes kidrusham pustakam. Okay. Or kidrushani pustakani if it is bahuvachanam. Or if it is like even vibhakti also you can change, like kidrushena pustakena, kidrushasya pustakasya, kidrushasya pustakasya ruchihi asti. something like that. Kidrushe pustake ruchihi asti. So all those rules of Visheshanam will apply here when we break it. Similarly, idrusha also, same thing. Idrushe pustake, idrusham pustakam, tadrusham pustakam. So remember that. Now similar thing is happening here with adyatana, shvastana, hastana also. Only if you take adya, shvaha, they are avyam. But as soon as you add tana, then it becomes visheshanam. Adyatana means today's. As long as it is compound word, then you don't need to worry about adding the linga, vachana, vibhakti to this part, where the whole thing is one word. And pravasaha, adyatana, parvataha, shastana, parvata may not be the right combination, but I'm just saying adyatana, parvataha, adyatane, parvate, adyatane, pravase, adyatanasya, pravasasya. So all that things are going to happen if you break it. So adyatana, for example, today's news, adyatana Ruttanta or Samachara is also nowadays famous. Ruttanta.
Varta is another word.
Varta. Varta is better. Right? Adyatana Varta. So if you combine it, then you don't need to worry about this Adyatana, what linga, etc. But if you divide, then what happens? Varta. What is the linga of Varta?
Strilinga.
Strilinga, because it's like Rama, Lata.
Uh-huh.
So then this has to be converted to Strilinga. Adyatana is not Strilinga. So it changes to Adyatani, like Nadi, like Sundari. So we don't say Sundara Bala, Sundari Bala. Like that, Adyatani Varta, Shastani Varta, Hastani Varta. Then
Is the meaning is different, sir? Adyatani Varta or Adyatana Varta? Like same?
No, meaning is same.
Okay.
Adyatana meaning is same, only if you want to use it as a compound word or separate words. Here also today's news. Yastani Varta, yesterday's news. But now, then if you break it, then you'll be careful to pay attention to the linga vachana vibhakti of this part, second word of what it becomes a visheshanam. So varta adyatana becomes means what? Adyatanam means today's news. This doesn't mean actually today's, right? This means the varta is of today. Adyatini. Like if you say what is the visheshanam, if you take the another example like unnata balaka, unnataha balakaha, unnataha balakaha, right? So here also similar thing is happening. So here you are using tall and boy. We can make it a compound word. If you make compound word, then you don't need to worry about this vachana vibhakti there. Unnata balaka. Can you make unnata balaka or not? So this is what is the meaning? Is there any difference in the meaning in these two? Unnata balaka, unnataha balakaha. Same thing. Tall boy. But unnataha means tall. So what is this actually happening? There are many boys and this boy is tall. And this is a quality of this balaka. Right? But this quality resides in this balaka. So that means balaka himself is unnata, right? Unnata is not separate thing. Okay? Height is different. Height is the quality. But that is called aunatyam, like saundaryam. That quality is different. Okay? But that quality, when it comes into, resides into this one physical thing, object, then that object itself is unnata, right? That itself is tall. So this word, Visheshanam word and this Balaka word, they are referring to the same object, same physical object. They are not two separate things. So same thing we have to understand about Adyatana also, even with Kidrusha also, any Visheshanam. Adyatana, if you take Napunsakaling example, Adyatanam, Adyatanam kim?
Parvatam.
Parvata is Pullinga. Anything.
Pustakam.
Prayanam. Pustakam. Prayanam is Napusakalinga. Pravasa is Pullinga. Parvatanam Prayanam. Today's journey. So here, Prayanam is the Vishesham. Adyatanam is Visheshanam. Just like Unnata Balaka. So they are referring to the same thing. So there is one journey. Sorry, I don't know what I may circle. There is one journey here. This is the thing we are referring to with this Prayanam. And Adyatanam is qualifying it. So it is also journey only. Like Balaka. So that todayness, or todayness means that, like say, the freshness is in the journey. That's how we are trying to, what we are trying to say. That becomes journey itself. Similarly, for example, in the previous Balaka Unnata, the Unnati height is in the Balaka. So, but the tallness and the Balakaness, or the, what is Balakaness? Childness. So both are in that same physical object, right? Balaka has some cut. Why do we call them Balaka? Because he has certain characteristics. That's why he called Balaka. He is small and then he is young and he is innocent, something. Okay? He doesn't know much. That's why he called Balaka. He is growing. So that, all those qualities are there. So that's why he called Balaka. That thing which all these qualities is Balaka. Now, additionally, he has Unnata quality also. That is a qualifier, additional quality, Unnata. So that's why I call it Unnata. But that quality also in that Balaka only. So both, everything is in that one physical object. Similarly here, Prayanam is one thing, journey. And why are we calling Prayana? Prayana, it has a characteristic. That's why we are calling it Prayanam. We are referring to that thing what is there with that word Prayanam. Because there is a movement, something, right? Prayanam. Now we are additional qualification, Adyatanam, is todayness or freshness is in that Prayanam. So this is, but both are referring to the same object. Okay? It could be real physical or something like Prayana. Okay? Adyatanam. Now Adyatane Prayane, Adyatanasya Prayanasya. So all those can be happening here. Okay, same thing with Shastana also. You can think of Shastana, Hastana.
Like for example here, so when we have Unnata Balaka, there are Visarga, so it is easier to recognize the difference in Ucharan. I don't know what is it called. I'm sorry, is there a pronunciation? But when we don't have words with the Visarga, then how do we differentiate whether someone is speaking compound word and or two different words?
Yeah. That's a very good question actually. That's actually by context only. Context. The pause between the two words, it helps, but the pause is not compulsory between two words. If there is no visarga, you may not, you'll have to understand the context. For
By
example,
the way, can we? Yeah. So, for example, I was reading some Durga Saptasati Chandi, and there are like the compound word is almost like more than one sentence. So, am I allowed to read with the pause? Like, I don't know how it should be done properly.
Yeah. In a compound word, pause is technically should not be there, but just for understanding purpose, you can pause at certain places where it makes sense. Right? Yeah, you're allowed means just for the purpose of understanding better. I don't remember right now. Some long compound words could be there. Yeah, one sentence means what? There are
next.
Yeah, I mean I know, but right now there are some compound words are very famous and popular, common in Sanskritam. That's what makes Sanskritam very unique. Compound words make it very strong, very rich, and beautiful also, and complex also at the same time, and it makes it very context sensitive. With the same compound word can mean multiple things, or it can give multiple meanings, or it can be interpreted in multiple ways. Same compound word. Okay. And there are compound words could be very long also. There are examples like compound words could be like 4 pages, one compound word. Okay? Like there are literatures, not only one sentence, 4 pages. For example, that's just a quick example. We can stop here. One is Lokanatha. This is a famous example. Lokanatha is compound word. What is Lokanatha? By the way, compound word we call Samastapadam in Sanskritam. So we can start calling it Samastapadam instead of compound word. Lokanatha. What do you understand by the name, by the word Lokanatha?
The
King of the world.
I don't know. Superior of the world.
Oh, sorry, say it again. What is it?
The superior of the world. I don't know.
What did you say? King.
King of the world.
Natha means one who protects, not protects. Natha means one who looks after the world. Lokanatha. So that is what we generally we know that, understand, or we used to it. But it also means one who is for one for whom the word is looking after. Lokanatha also means, commonly we know that Lokasya Natha means the one who is looking after the word. But also it can mean, and it will mean, it means, in the legit sense, that Loka is looking after this somebody. And the word is looking after somebody, he is also called Lokanatha. So what does that actually mean? The word is looking after means somebody, means who is that? Generally Daridra, right? One who has no, like a bhikshuka or some beggar, nothing, is nirdhana. Then the word looking after him, giving him something, trying to take care of him. That is, he is also called Lokanatha. So this is the opposite meaning totally. One who is the king, or one who has no money. Opposite meaning, same word. So this is where context is important here. So, okay, we'll stop here today. Namaskara. Dhanyawada.
Thank you, sir.
Dhanyawada.
Namaskar, Dhanyawada.